Every 4 years, Americans have a chance to choose their leader. This is a momentous occasion that brings together millions of citizens from all walks of life. This process decides who becomes the President of the United States, the person who will lead the country and represent it on the global stage. It is a big responsibility, one that requires careful consideration and understanding of the issues at hand. Our votes shape the future of our nation, influencing policies and decisions that affect every aspect of our lives. Understanding how this process works is important for every citizen. It empowers us to make choices that align with our values and beliefs. It helps us make informed decisions, ensuring that we are not swayed by misinformation or superficial promises. It reminds us of the power we hold, the collective strength of our voices coming together to shape the direction of our country. Imagine a small town in Iowa, a place where everyone knows each other and community ties are strong. It is the middle of winter, and despite the cold, the townspeople are determined to participate in the democratic process. People gather at a school gymnasium, a familiar and central location for community events. They are there for a caucus, a unique and interactive way of selecting their preferred candidates. They discuss their choices for president, engaging in lively debates and thoughtful conversations. Their voices join millions across the country, each vote contributing to the larger picture of our democracy. This is where the journey to the White House begins, with candidates reaching out to voters and sharing their visions for the future. The election process is a long one, filled with numerous events, debates, and opportunities for citizens to engage. It starts months before the actual election day, with campaigns working tirelessly to connect with voters and spread their messages. It involves many steps and players, from campaign staff and volunteers to election officials and the media, but at its heart it is about the people, the citizens who take the time to learn, discuss, and ultimately cast their votes. It is about the power of one vote, the idea that each individual's choice can make a difference. Knowing how to participate in this process is vital, as it ensures that our democracy remains strong and representative. It allows us to exercise our rights, to have a say in the direction our country takes. It allows us to make our voices heard, to stand up for what we believe in, and to contribute to the collective future of our nation. The first step in the presidential election process is the primaries and caucuses. These are crucial events that set the stage for the entire election season. These events take place in each state, from coast to coast, involving millions of voters. They determine which candidate will represent each political party in the general election. This is a critical decision, as it narrows down the field to the final contenders. Primaries are like regular elections. Voters go to polling places just as they would in a general election. Voters go to polling places, check in, and receive their ballots. They cast their ballots in secret, ensuring privacy and confidentiality. Caucuses, on the other hand, are different. They are more interactive and community-focused. Voters gather in groups to discuss and debate the candidates. This process can be lively and engaging, with passionate discussions and sometimes heated debates. Iowa holds the first caucus, setting the tone for the rest of the election season. New Hampshire holds the first primary, often providing early momentum for candidates. These events generate a lot of media attention. Reporters and camera crews flock to these states to cover the action. They can have a big influence on the race. Early victories can boost a candidate's visibility and credibility. The primary and caucus season lasts for several months, with events scheduled across the country. It is a time of intense campaigning and competition. Candidates travel extensively, meeting voters and holding rallies. It is a chance for voters to get to know the candidates and their positions on the issues. Town hall meetings and debates provide opportunities for direct interaction and questions. Campaigns also use media, including TV ads and social media, to reach a wider audience and convey their messages. Volunteers play a crucial role, making phone calls, knocking on doors, and organizing events to support their chosen candidates. As results come in, supporters gather at watch parties, celebrating victories or regrouping after losses. The race is dynamic and ever-changing, with each event shaping the path to the general election. After the primaries and caucuses, each party holds a national convention. This is a large gathering of party members, delegates, and media. It is a time for the party to formally nominate its presidential and vice presidential candidates. The conventions are also an opportunity for the parties to showcase their platforms and unify behind their chosen candidates. There are speeches, celebrations, and a lot of excitement. The Democratic and Republican conventions are usually held in late summer. They mark the official start of the general election campaign season. The general election is held on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. This is when all eligible Americans have the chance to vote for their chosen candidates. During the general election campaign, the candidates travel the country. They participate in debates. They try to convince voters to support them. The focus is on winning key states. These states have a large number of electoral votes. The general election is the culmination of months of campaigning. It is a chance for the American people to have their say in who will lead their country. Section 5. The Electoral College, a system of compromise. This system is a unique feature of the American political landscape, designed to balance the influence of both populous and less populous states. The winner of the general election is not necessarily the person who gets the most votes overall. Instead, the president is chosen through a process that involves the Electoral College, a body of electors representing each state. The president is actually chosen by the Electoral College. This system was established to ensure that smaller states have a voice in the election, preventing larger states from having too much power. The Electoral College is a system that was created by the Founding Fathers. They designed it as a compromise between electing the president by a vote in Congress and electing the president by a popular vote of qualified citizens. It gives each state a certain number of electors based on its population. This means that states with larger populations have more electors, while smaller states have fewer. The candidate who wins the popular vote in a state usually gets all of that state's electoral votes. This winner-takes-all approach is used by most states, though a few use a proportional system. A candidate needs to win a majority of the 538 electoral votes to become president. This majority is crucial because it ensures that the elected president has broad support across the country. This means they need at least 270 electoral votes. Reaching this number can be a complex and strategic process, involving careful planning and campaigning in key states to secure the necessary votes. Section 6. The Inauguration, a New Beginning. The inauguration of the new president takes place on January 20th. This is a solemn ceremony. It is held at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. The new president takes the oath of office. They promise to uphold the Constitution. After the ceremony, there are usually parades and celebrations. The inauguration marks the peaceful transfer of power from one president to the next. It is a cornerstone of American democracy. Section 7. The role of the media. The media plays a significant role in the presidential election process. It provides information about the candidates and the issues. It covers the campaigns and the debates. It helps to shape public opinion. The media can also be influential in setting the agenda for the campaign. It can highlight certain issues and downplay others. In the age of social media, the flow of information is constant. It is more important than ever to be discerning consumers of news. Section 8. The importance of civic engagement. Understanding the presidential election process is important, but it is only the first step. Civic engagement goes beyond just knowing the rules. It is about actively participating in our democracy. This means staying informed about the issues. It means engaging in respectful dialogue. It means holding our elected officials accountable. Most importantly, it means exercising our right to vote. Section 9. Conclusion. Your vote, your voice. The process of electing a U.S. president is complex. It is a testament to the Founding Fathers' vision. They created a system that balances the will of the people with the need for careful deliberation. From the excitement of the primaries to the gravity of the general election, every step matters. Every vote counts. By understanding this process, we become more informed citizens. We appreciate the power and responsibility we each possess. Section 10. Call to action. Now that you have a better understanding of how U.S. presidents are elected, take the next step. Register to vote. Research the candidates. Engage in discussions about the issues. Let your voice be heard. The future of our nation depends on it.